Mr. Bishop, I know that there's a lot going through your mind right now, but that's plain and simple. What is going through your head right now as you get ready to face your own flesh and blood in the middle of that ring?
You know, here at Wrestling Pacific Northwest has always been about opportunity. And when they presented me and said, I think we'd like to give the opportunity to make things right, to finally get Abigail from the clutches of Mr. Lala. They said, what do you think about giving you the opportunity to wrestle Abigail one-on-one? And basically what I said was, I would rather have Alec Baldwin teach my youngest son gun safety than miss this opportunity tonight. So what it comes down to is this: I'm prepared to do whatever it takes. If I gotta beat her up, if I gotta beat him up, no matter what it takes, I'm gonna get her to come back with the family, back with the Ugly Dojo.
I guess I have to ask you, I have to, bring to your attention, Mr. Ulala will no doubt be lurking around. Is there anything you want to say to him right now?
I don't care if Ulala's around, because if he's around here, I have all these people here at POW Pro Wrestling that would love to beat the hell out of Mr. Ulala. I don't care what Ulala does. He could bring in the Blanchards, he could bring in Vinny Massaro, but at the end of the night, as everybody knows, if you think Big Ugly's gonna fall to Mr. Ulala, not only are you crazy, you must be stupid!
Hello there, Powder Keg. I'm Brian Zane. He's Mr. Ulala, and welcome to another episode of POW Pro Wrestling. You just heard some comments from the Big Ugly JD Bishop, a West Coast legend. He's been through a lot of wars over the years, but he could be arguably in for the fight of his life this week as he goes against his own flesh and blood, his daughter, Abigail Warren. And Mister, I know you are just pleased as punch about it.
It's more than a fight for Ugly's life. It's a fight for his family. Ugly's trying to save his daughter, La Bruja, from my supposedly evil clutches. But I'm guiding La Bruja on the right path she needs to follow. I'm teaching her things that Ugly never could. La Bruja knows everything Ugly knows, but Ugly does not know everything that Abigail knows, thanks to moi. And La Bruja will prove that tonight by showing her ultimate allegiance to moi and my teachings, and she'll just step away from the ugly tree and forge her own path.
Certainly a difference in coaching styles and philosophies, if you want to call it that, between our present company here and Big Ugly. But I, for one, I've had a lot of reservations about this match, Mister. You know this from the beginning. I had some reservations about it, but you were adamant in making this match happen, and we're just going to let things fly and see where the cards fall with this matchup. But one thing's for sure, the family of JD Bishop will never be the same after this week. Mister, though, before we talk about that main event, before we go there, we have to talk about the POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championship Tournament. What a great first round of action we had, and we're going to start things off right here in the second round as Sinner and Saint take on the Hammer Brothers. Now, of course, Jack and Sledge beat Death Threat to make it to this far in the tournament. Sinner and Saint beat Drexel and Charlie Avell. Now, the winner of this matchup here goes right to the finals and are one step closer to becoming the inaugural Tag Team Champions here at POW. Mister, who you got for this one?
For Sinner and Saint, Judas Icarus and the Golden Boy, Travis Williams. They're all finesse, but they are new here in POW, a little harder to scout. The Hammer Brothers, Jack and Sledge, they put it all out there for everyone to see. They're boastful, they're powerful, they're forceful, they're here to destroy. But they're rookies. There's holes in their game. And I think the calculating, sinister, precise offense of Sinner and Saint will prove to be too much. I pick Sinner and Saint to advance.
All right, well, some say that Sinner and Saint are the underdogs just based on the eyeball test. They are certainly outweighed and outmassed by Jack and Sledge, but I got some word from Sinner and Saint before the match to get their thoughts on this matchup. Travis Williams, Judas Icarus. Together they are Sinner and Saint, and this week they have a tall task ahead of them in the second round of the POW Tag Title Tournament against the Hammer Brothers. Now guys, you are giving up a lot in size to these individuals, so what is your strategy? How do you hope to beat the big boys here?
Well, if we did have a plan, I wouldn't spoil it by telling you right now.
Idiot.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna do what we do best, and that's dominate the tag team division. And POW, if you didn't know who we were at the last show, you certainly know us now. Because we're coming for one thing, and that is those POW tag team titles.
And for every construction worker, there is a deconstruction worker.
Fact.
Hammer Brothers, be ready to be pulled apart, hammered softly, because we coming for them. And we ain't leaving with nothing else.
All right, they're hoping for a big win here in this tag title tournament match.
When Sinner and Saint found out they had to go toe to steel toe with the Hammer Bros, they started shaking in their little kick bag. So they got on their knees, put their soft, sensitive, uncalloused hands together, and said a prayer. And it sounded like this. Lord, have mercy. Please don't make us face the Hammer Brothers. You see, we're too weak. Boom! Wimpy. Boom! Cowardly. Boom! Feeble. Boom! Fragile. Boom! And completely incompetent when it comes to operating heavy equipment. Boom!
Well, I don't know about those other adjectives, but I'd say they have them there. I don't know if they can operate a forklift.
Why do you need to?
And you see,
Pro wrestling.
the Hammer
Forklift him.
Brothers, well, they're too tough, strong, well-built, durable, hairy, manly, and they smell like sawdust and beef jerky.
It's a Slim Jim, it's both.
And it was at that point, Sinner and Saint ascended and stood in front of the Almighty himself. And they said this. God, please, impart some divine wisdom onto us. Give us something, some insight to guide us, please. And it was at that point, God beckoned them forth, and Travis Williams, his little tiny whiteys turned yellow in the front and brown in the back. And God leaned in close and he said this. When you're a hammer, everybody looks like an egg.
I'll tell you what, I don't know much. I don't know if that was what they were actually praying. I'm not sure if that's an accurate portrayal of their prep, but regardless, we have got ourselves quite a second round matchup here in the POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Title Tournament this week. Sinner and Saint taking on the ever popular Hammer Brothers.
Sinner and Saint sounds like a bad PlayStation 3 game.
Oh! I'll tell you what, no bugs in this game right now. As the matchup begins in earnest, I am Brian Zane, joined by Jeremy Blanchard, Jonas Albert Robinson. Guys, we are in the thick of this awesome tag team title tournament. And Jeremy, I know you have a vested interest
Big time.
in how this match is going to go.
Big time. This affects me directly.
You face the winners of this match,
Correct.
in fact.
You got to wonder the strategy of the. I know the Hammer Brothers are tough. Smart's never been the adjective used to
No.
describe them. going on that diatribe before the match, just riling up Satan Sinner.
I'll tell you what, Judas Icarus and Travis Williams were remarkably patient to let them rattle off that entire speech, but hopefully it's going to motivate them into something big here. Each team here.
Because when your IQ's 12, you're as dumb as a nail.
Jack Hammer joining us at the booth.
Didn't know he was a good ventriloquist. I will say, though, I need to add that you will face the winners of this match if you make it to the finals, Jim.
Oh, if. Like how you added that in there. Sounds like you might know something I don't, Commish.
I'm just saying, it's a very competitive field out here. You've got the Flamin' Aces in a few weeks.
True.
Here we go now, Judas Icarus laying in those shoulders. Right now, it appears that after all that talking and jaw-jacking, it's Jack Sledge who is face down on the canvas.
Well, he made those two mad. I mean, come on. You can't sit up there for half an hour just roasting somebody and not expect them to get angry.
That's right. Icarus now, that big front rising kick to the back.
He said they had no calluses on their hands. Did you hear that?
I mean, I don't know. Can't speak to that, but I will say nothing wrong with having no calluses on your hands. We can work hard other ways.
I bet you those shins are calloused when he throws them kicks.
Absolutely. Gonna get calluses after you get struck by Travis Williams, the professional here from Vancouver, British Columbia. Laying those strikes in now.
Yep.
The front chin lock applied to younger brother Jack. Wait a minute. Trying to get him up there, the suplex perhaps. Oh! Nice strength on display here by Jack Hammer. You gotta believe here, you guys, a lot of motivation. Of course, these inaugural POW Pro Tag Team Championships. I've seen the mock-ups of the belt, folks. There are some pretty championships, and I cannot wait for the first team to hold them.
I know, I can't wait to hold them. Can't wait to wear them. Gonna look good in the first photo shoot, Brian Zane.
Well, we have to figure out how the rest of this tournament shakes out, don't you think?
Listen, we're like the Duke Blue Devils, all right? We win tournaments, pal.
Does that make Mr. Coach K?
He's Mike Krzyzewski.
I wonder if he could spell Krzyzewski.
He can't.
I'm not sure he can pronounce Krzyzewski. Jack Hammer in a bad way here. That camel clutch applied.
Hembel.
Icarus putting all of his weight down on the small of the back, but you can see Jack Hammer trying to will the Hammerheads on in support of the two-time POW award-winning tandem.
Brian Zane, we're the 90s UNLV running Rebels.
What?
We're the 1990s UNLV running Rebels.
All right.
We're going to clear through the tournament, pal.
Are you the Plastic Man or are you Grandma?
I'm Larry Johnson. I think Bubba's Moses Scurry.
I'll tell you what, someone watching's getting those references. Here we go, big clothesline, turning Judas Icarus inside Outicus.
One more of those, I'm about to ask you to leave.
Thank you.
Here we go now. This is the best opportunity that Jack has to finally tag in the oversized load.
I don't think the oversized load's been in yet, has he?
I don't believe
this.
No. This could be, he's the freshest man in this matchup here.
Well, he's not fresh. Have you smelt him?
Well, they say he smells like sawdust and beef jerky, and those aren't bad smells.
No, it's
Here
bad.
we go. The double fist pump, and here comes
Quick, Travis, quick.
the quarter ton.
Oh, my God.
Sledge Hammer.
My God.
And those
Pierce
arms
took
are
him out of his boots.
about as strong as Hammer's
No.
as he clubs Williams and Icarus right in
my
the face.
dear God, no.
Oh, no.
No.
He's going to throw him down like a bag of cement.
My God.
And now he's not done. He's picking up the much smaller Judas Icarus. He's going to spin him around. Excavator.
That kid's dead.
Damn near through the ring.
I'll tell you what, Jeremy. If you make it to the finals,
Win. Brian Zane.
you guys could be in for a bad way here.
Someone check on Judas Icarus.
Is it Hammer time?
Oh, and say a prayer for Travis Williams.
Get Buck, get Buck.
Absolutely. We have to say our prayers here for the Saint in the center. But here you can see Icarus now. Look at this. Slipping in there, trying to save his partner. Oh.
Oh, right in the
Accidental collision there.
Accidental.
Nice brotherly hug.
Yep, pre-planned.
Diesel hammer cut off. That engine stalled. And now you gotta see.
to pray. 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 You said hammer time, right?
Oh, look at this.
Oh!
Nice.
Yeah!
Now that was a clever double team offense.
It's over. It's over.
Nope.
Oh!
That was some excellent teamwork there by Sinner and Saint. I thought they almost had the match won.
Sinner and Saint did too.
This could be their best opportunity here to put Jack Hammer away. Could be going for Just Like Heaven.
Oh, Just Like Heaven. The Cure?
Nope. Ow!
Oh!
But Jack will not be denied. He can see he's still out. Trying to give everything he has here. A shot at the POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships on the line. Here we go again.
Try it again.
Up on Williams' shoulder. Just Like Heaven. And down goes Jack. This is going to be it.
That's it. That's it.
Whoa.
Oh, my. That was 3.
That was.
Yep, I heard it.
That was very
Go back.
close.
Instant replay.
Buddy Ruth saying it was within inches.
Throw a flag.
We'll defer to the official here.
Challenge flag.
They got to try something again here. They want to put him away.
I mean, how many counts do you get? 5?
Oh! I tell you what, the fans chanting that these guys have soft hands. Oh! They have hardened bodies, but nothing quite as hard as the apron. Jack,
Yeah.
Jack almost caught Williams with a roll up there. He's got him on his shoulders. No! Big old chop right to the chest, knocking him back into the corner. Here comes Travis.
Chop.
Oh, bouncing out of the corners, giving himself some momentum here with these forearms.
Oh, no.
Oh!
He landed hard.
Well.
Third time would not be the charm.
Oh, dear God,
Lord.
It's over.
Up goes Travis, down goes Travis.
Oh,
Diesel hammer.
Travis
I think that's what they did to Jimmy Hoffa.
And that's all it takes. The Hammer Brothers have punched their ticket to the finals.
Travis Williams about 2 inches shorter.
Well, Jeremy, I hope you do some scouting. I wish you well in your second round matchup in a few weeks with the Flamin' Aces. But if you make it past them, I gotta say, you've got to punch in your clock. You're punching your card for overtime against the Hammer Brothers.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
Strangely
no,
quiet.
No. Hey, I'm never strangely quiet. All right, I'm gonna give the devil their due. They're a tough team. They're hard to beat. I mean, one of them the size of Mount Rushmore.
Tell you what, if we see Sledge with the championship, we might have to get an extension. Folks, we've got our main event coming up. Father versus daughter, La Bruja versus Big Ugly. Let's take you back to how this whole incredibly insane story began.
For over 18 months, La Bruja, Abigail Warren's fate, has been trapped in the conniving clutches of a mysterious conservatorship controlled by Mr. Ooh La La. Prodded on by the key Ooh La La constantly dangles in front of La Bruja, a constant reminder of who's in control, Warren has been pushed to punish her opponents with increasing brutality, forced to obey Mr.'s every whim and command. But now, a lifeline has emerged for La Bruja, in the form of her own father, the man who raised her in the business, Big Ugly J.D. Bishop. Ugly has returned to POW with a singular mission, to bring La Bruja home and return the Ugly Dojo to the path of glory. Will Abigail turn the key to freedom, or will Ooh La La's lock on La Bruja's mind, body, and soul remain secure? We find out tonight in our main event.
Tick tock, the time is running out, Big Ugly. Not only on your career, but on the tenure of your parentage of La Bruja here. Bye, Miss Ooh La La. Hold it.
You know, since the very young age of 9 years old to the early stages of my adult life, my father, the Big Ugly J.D. Bishop, taught me a lot of lessons. But the most important takeaway that you ever gave to me, Ugly, is that in this family, we do whatever it takes to get the job done.
So I want you to know that tonight when I step into that ring, I am ready and willing to do whatever I need to do to show not only you, not only everybody backstage, but everyone around the world that La Bruja is under no one's spell but her own.
Si este quoi? La Bruja!
Folks, only one time in wrestling history before this has there ever been a father versus daughter wrestling match. That was October 19th, 2003 in Baltimore, Maryland, when Vince McMahon fought Stephanie McMahon. And now here in Eugene, Oregon, we are seeing truly a rare match. Big Ugly J.D. Bishop taking on his own daughter, Abigail Warren, in a match that Mr. Ooh La La forced on the both of them, Jonas.
Well, you know, I mean, you have her biological father in the ring, and you have her surrogate father figure outside the ring, Mr. Ooh La La, who's done much more for her than Big Ugly ever has.
Now that is an absurd, I can't count the number of absurdities in that statement you just made, Jonas.
Mr. Ooh La La has done his best to guide Abigail Warren on the right path, something Big Ugly's never done.
I'll tell you what, Big Ugly, watch your tongue, because he has certainly taught Abigail a lot of what he knows, but I don't think he's taught her everything he knows. Here we go now, Ugly going to that front face lock. Both individuals, both father and daughter, are known for their capacity for violence and brutality and excessive force, but right now you can tell they're kind of playing it, I would dare say playing it safe here. We're sticking with traditional wrestling holds at this point.
Well, I'm curious to see who's going to throw the first strike. I mean, obviously probably Ugly. I mean, we don't know what his parenting style would be.
Now, come on, we don't know anything of that nature, but this is certainly certainly has to be an emotional match, emotionally charged for both father and daughter here. You got to believe this was not either of their first choice for opponent, but look at that. Walking right in to the chin lock is Big Ugly.
Showboating at the expense of his own daughter.
J.D. Bishop, a Northwest institution. I remember when I first came up in wrestling in 2006, he was up here making people bleed, making people pay. And he was already a vaunted veteran then.
That's right.
I
came up watching him on Channel 14.
That's right, Comcast CNW. I think it was 13 actually. Kick out at 2.
13, 14, who's counting?
You gotta believe that Big Ugly wants this match to end as quickly as possible. They're not getting paid by the hour here. And there comes a forearm shot. Coming off the ropes here. Goes for the hip toss, does Abigail. But Ugly, he's a big man. He's able to block it. Oh. Tell you what, Mr. Ooh La La, he's done some sick things in his time in professional wrestling, but forcing his conservatee in Abigail Warren, which how do you even gain conservatorship of Warren in the first place? It remains a mystery to me. But to put her up in a match against her own father, and there you go. There you go. Take some shots while you can, Ugly.
Because she was basically cast aside.
Oh!
Everybody knows that Ugly favors Titus Alexander more than he does Abigail Warren.
And we don't know that. Now, there's a single arm takedown, kick out at 1. That is a surgically repaired arm. There was a time where Big Ugly was briefly, we thought, retired because of that injury, and now you can see Warren is exploiting it.
Well, one thing's for sure, Ugly's going to go out on his terms. He ain't going to let no injury take him out of wrestling.
Absolutely not. And who would have thought that it's possible that it could be his own flesh and blood that takes him out of wrestling if Mr. Ooh La La has his way? Mr. Ooh La La has been a thorn in the side of Big Ugly's family for nearly 2 years now. It started not only back from beyond, bringing Abigail Warren as his conservatee, and Mr.'s calling for the bell, which, by the way, that's not, no one is submitted. But not only that, it was Mr. Ooh La La who helped orchestrate that Sicilian street fight outcome, costing Titus Alexander the POW Pro Wrestling Championship against Vinny Massaro. So needless to say, Mr. Ooh La La has meddled in the affairs of this family for far too long as far as I'm concerned. No! Abigail Warren not pulling her punches here, coming down on that that the previously injured arm. That's right, keep Mr. Ooh La La at bay. You don't know what he's capable of.
Well, if Mr. Smart, he'll keep his distance from Big Ugly.
Yeah, well, that's a big if, Jonas. Here we go now. Ugly not going to be deterred, not going to be slowed down by that old injury here. But you can see he is feeling the effects. Headbutt right to the chest, the shoulder area. That's going to make it hurt even worse. Jonas, even you would have to admit, what would you be going through your mind if you had to wrestle your own child in a match?
To win. And if anything, my kid would have it coming. All right, I'll tell you that much.
All right. Here we go now. Warren possibly thinking of her next move, her strategy to put her own father away. Never thought I would call a father versus daughter match in all my years in wrestling, but you know what? There's a first time for everything.
I mean, you got to know that she has the inside intel, too.
Oh, well.
About exactly where to hit on that injured arm.
I would say few individuals will know Big Ugly's weaknesses better than his own daughter.
And if Abigail had any weaknesses, I'm sure Big Ugly would know them, too.
You think about all those nights. You have to imagine the nights Ugly coming home, beaten down, broken and bruised. I would have to imagine, even if Abigail truly doesn't want this match to happen, maybe exercising some demons here. Flung into the corner is Warren, and Ugly coming down with a scintillating chop.
A running chop.
Those running chops, they put a little more pressure, a little more pain on the body.
Big Ugly has hands like frying pans.
Absolutely. Ugly is still, one of the strongest that you've ever seen in wrestling. I mean, his physique over the years speaks for itself. But right now, all those muscles aren't doing much against the power and the strength of Warren. This match taking a lot out of both individuals, not just physically, but you have to imagine mentally. These two, it's a mind freak right now. I'm experiencing it right now, and I'm not even in the match. No. Look at this, though. Abby continuing to drive her body into the arm area of Big Ugly. Goes for another attack, but misses. Here comes a big elbow by JD Bishop, who even with one arm is still able to take his daughter down. Picks her up. Big old slam.
Body slam.
I can't believe I said that. Ugly down. Has to go for the cover here. Might be his best chance. Wait, no.
She must have really done a number on that arm. You see how he wasn't able to follow up on that slam right away.
I mean, Big Ugly is a man who has put his own body through some of the most grotesque pain you can imagine in the dark corners of Sacramento, California. But the pain etched on his face from those attacks on his arm really tell the story. No!
Have full weight coming down on that arm.
That's right, not letting up is Abigail Warren. You heard her.
Oh, God.
Oh, good Lord. You heard her pre-match comments. She is coming to bring the pain. Oh! That headbutt right into the bicep shoulder area. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if Ugly if he just tapped right here. It's so much pain he's in. But look at that. Still has one good arm to kick out.
Abigail giving some instruction to Mr. Ooh La La, the master tactician.
Mr. Ooh La La always got to watch for what he's going to do at ringside. Right now, this whole saga probably wouldn't have escalated to the point that it did if Mr. Ooh La La didn't interject so much and try and exercise his will and his authority over Abigail all these months. Oh my goodness, Ugly not taking any more. Just driving Warren's face repeatedly into the canvas.
This crowd rallying behind Big Ugly, but you can also sense like a little uneasiness.
I mean, nobody wants to see a father beat up their own child or a child beat up their own father, but this is certainly a level that none of us could have expected.
I'll tell you this much, if the Jacksons had a wrestling ring in their backyard instead of a recording studio, there'd be a lot less problems.
No, you might be right there. Warren now going off the ropes after repeatedly going at that arm.
Oh.
Leg drop misses. Nothing but mat for Abigail Warren on that drop. And this might be Ugly's opportunity, his window. Now look at this. I don't know if that was smart by Bishop. His opponent's in the ring. Not outside it. That Claymore kick.
That's it.
That's got to be it. Wait a, whoa, 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 whoa. Big Ugly somehow had the strength to kick out of the Claymore, but there doesn't look to be much left in him. Now Mr. Ooh La La bringing the chair once again. How many times have we seen this exact scenario go down?
He's just helping her get the job done. She's, having a little trouble just closing that gate, so to speak.
Like she needs the help. She doesn't need the chair to do it. She's perfectly capable of winning a wrestling match on her own. She does not need the chair. And there you go. There you go.
What is she doing?
She's rejecting Mister's advice, which is the smartest thing I've seen her do all year.
Oh, no.
Oh, he can't get her up with that bum arm. Oh, here she comes again. Working around. Oh! Half Nelson into a slam. Big strength by La Bruja.
Hook the leg, come on.
Here we go. Could be it. That's got to be it. Whoa. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
What is she doing?
Why is she letting go? I mean, she had the match won. What? Did Abigail Warren just tap out? Abigail Warren, she tapped out, and that makes Big Ugly the winner. All right, I'm getting confirmation from the referee. That's what happened. And right now, you see La Bruja stalking Mr. Ooh La La.
The decision was made by technical submission. And for the winner of this match, Big Ugly Bishop.
I'll tell you what, I think Mr. Ooh La La is halfway to Springfield by now because he was just chased out of the building by La Bruja. Oh, never mind. He made it back.
What does she think? She had the match won.
She absolutely had the match won. But I think she decided to take a stand against Mr. Ooh La La, saying enough's enough. I'm not going to play by your rules anymore. Abigail has Mr. Ooh La La's key wrapped around her own neck now. Well, who says you can't hug and make up after beating the hell out of each other in a wrestling match? Tell you what, Big Ugly is the winner, but right now I think the whole Ugly family are winners in this one. What a great moment. A great reunion between father and daughter.
If you haven't figured it out by now, the dojo's here to run things. We have one more member coming in. He's spending some time in Japan right now, but he'll be back real soon and the dojo will be complete. And if you think the dojo isn't here to take over Ooh La La, not only are you crazy, you must be stupid!
What a moment here for J.D. Bishop and his daughter Abigail Warren. What a reunion. Abigail seemingly, I don't know, perhaps freed from this vile conservatorship put on by Mr. Ooh La La. Jonas, what do you got to say about that?
I'm completely flabbergasted at what's going on here. I don't understand any of it. If I was Mr. Ooh La La, I'd be on the phone with the orderlies right now, getting her reinstitutionalized. She's clearly out of her mind.
She's a grown woman. She made her own decision, and that's a hell of a decision. Good for her. Well, mister, suffice to say, I don't think your strategy worked the way you intended. Certainly, it ended in a way I couldn't have predicted. Who would have guessed that Abigail Warren, while she was beating up her old man, she tapped out and gave the victory to Big Ugly, and she walked on out. What do you have to say about that?
Well, it was a confusing decision. It confused me. It confused the ring announcers, Stevie Bay Knox. It confused everyone in attendance until it was made clear that Abigail Warren was turning on me, turning against everything that I represent, everything that I taught her. She stole the key away from me. She hugged her father, Big Ugly, and with that, she sealed her fate forever. We'll just see what I have in store for Abigail later on. It's not over. I have some spells of my own that I can cast. A few phone calls I can make, you know.
Well, the Wizard of Odd over here with some big threats against La Bruja. We'll have to wait and see what's in your game plan now that your conservatee has flown the nest. Well, folks, that was certainly an emotional ride. We have to take a few days, take a whole week to compartmentalize and process what we just saw. And we're going to see you here, right back here on the YouTube channel next week for more POW action. First off, it's mentor versus student as the homicidal artist Drexel battles the young upstart, the rebellious one, Charlie Avell. Then in our main event, it's come down to this. After weeks and weeks of humiliation at the hand of Chase James, it's come down to a mask on a pole match. Jaden, the Unbelievable, has a chance to regain his dignity if he beats Chase in this mask on a pole match. Mister, it's gotten way out of hand.
This whole rivalry that's been fermenting between Chase James and Jaden for months. We've seen low blows. We've seen barbed wire crutches. Chase James has been pushing Jaden. Jaden does not want to take that extra step towards violence, towards using the weapons that Chase James employs. And now it's all boiled down to a piece of leather in the form of Jaden's mask, hanging, dangling above. The ultimate fate of Jaden lies in his own hands. His destiny lies in his own hands. He will do what he has to do to reclaim his identity, or he will lose it forever.
Certainly high stakes for Jaden and Chase next week. It's all happening then, folks. But until then, be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to POW Pro Wrestling. Hit that bell icon to get all the notifications for when our content drops. But until then, folks, for Mr. Ooh La La, I'm Brian Zane, and we'll see you next time.